Hey, welcome to the most awkwardly framed video on my channel. The bookshelves are just so high up and I'm so little. For months now, my books have just been piled up on top of a cupboard in the hallway, but finally the bedroom is done, the bookshelves are done. There's actually a whole 2 videos on the process of us redecorating this entire room, but now it is time to organize the books. They are currently on the shelves in no particular order. I wasn't home when the bookshelves were finished, and my toddler insisted that my husband put the books back on the shelves. So they're just on there. There's no rhyme or reason. And I haven't decided how I want to organize them yet. So we're going to be attempting a few different ways. I'm going to try 2 different ways of organizing by color. We'll see what happens. I also want to try organizing by genre. Do I even understand genres? Or is it just a case of like me putting them together in categories that make sense in my brain? Probably more the latter. Then alphabetically, like by author, as if we were in a library or maybe a small bookshop. I don't think I've ever done my books like that before. And then finally in read and to be read. Granted, a lot of the books that I have are actually from my sex ed days. So there's a lot of sex and relationships books, and some of them I am keen to keep for potential Patreon book club books that we read. But others, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm probably not gonna read you. So there's gonna be a little bit of a declutter as well. But as you can see, do I even need to do a declutter? Yes. And the extra space is just extra space. Maybe to be filled with books, maybe other things. We did try and put the Blondie vinyl like album cover up there, but last night it fell off the shelves in the middle of the night and crashed to the floor and woke me up, and I was terrified. I said, that's not going back up on the shelves. So first thing is first, and it's actually taking all of these books down off the shelves. I'm going to use my bed as the sorting station, and then also I need to gather some books that Dan forgot about that are in various places in the flat to also bring to the bed. And whilst I do that, I want to tell you about this video's sponsor, Squarespace. Whether you're just starting out in the freelance world or you're a small business owner, Squarespace makes it super easy to build beautiful websites, engage your audience, and sell anything from physical and digital products to courses and even your time, all in one place and all on your terms. I've been using Squarespace for years for my websites, and it is just so easy and seamless to make edits and just like make it the way that I want it to look without having any website design experience. They have tons of different templates to choose from, so you can pick the right one for you and your brand, and they are so customizable with loads of different tools and features. And Squarespace's new design intelligence empowers anyone to create their own beautiful website tailored specifically to you using AI technology. And with their huge suite of visual design tools built in and ready to go on any Squarespace template, you can get really creative, and there are loads of options to fit whatever your purpose or needs are. So you can head to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and then when you are ready to launch into the world, you can go to squarespace.com/morehannah to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Okay. Books. Woo! Oh my God. I actually think now that with the books that were still in the cupboard and not on the shelves, we might fill the shelves, or there will definitely at least be less spare space. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start, and I'm hungry already. Okay, fuck. I should have put them all on the floor because I want to do my organizing on the bed. Oh, I'm fine. Okay, so I think to help my brain, I might be wrong, but I feel like the easiest first way of organizing to tackle is color. So I'm gonna shove everything on the floor, and then I'm gonna start to make color piles on the bed. Yeah, but actually before I do that, this little pile here, the books in the shortlist for the category of the British Book Awards that I'm judging, and 3 of them are cookbooks. So they're going in the kitchen. They're not staying here. So we can already do that. Boom. There's fully like, get it out of the way. You can't even hear me. Hi, I'm talking. You can't see me, that's what I meant to say. Never mind. Right. Okay. And then as I organize by colour, I will also be decluttering and like making a pile for any that can go in the charity shop. In the charity shop, to the charity shop. Let's go. Let's get everything off the bed. Why did I do this? I did not think things through. Okay, I actually think I've got enough space on the bed to start doing some organising piles, and then I can always move stuff. Right, let's go. The trick is, if I want to show you the colour of the spines, I can't see the colour of the spines, so I'm gonna have to keep it a mystery, and I'm gonna have to be able to see the colour of these spines. Oh, no. I hate multicoloured spines. Too many blue books. We're starting another white pile. Look at these two very multicoloured spines that are very similar. They can go in their own category. No! Third blue pile. Right, we've made it through the bed books. Now, these ones. Oh my God, I don't think we've got a brown pile yet, but maybe that's like close to orange. Oh, orange pile. This book, clearly green, but because of sun exposure, the spine is now blue. What are you gonna do? We're still not done. Last ones. No, please don't fail me now. Yeah, you're definitely gonna fail me now. What colours is this? White. We don't have a grey section. What is grey closest to? Because this one, there's also a grey one here. Oh God, okay. I did it. These are the books that I am getting rid of. There is Northern Lights and The Subtle Knife in here. This is my like copy of the Northern Lights from when I was a kid, but I didn't have any of the others, even though I've read them all. And then I found The Subtle Knife in a charity shop and I bought that, and that's here somewhere on the floor, maybe? Oh, who knows? I can't see anything. But then on another visit to a charity shop, I found a box set of his Dark Materials. So I'm gonna give my copies of The Northern Lights and The Subtle Knife to a charity shop, and then I've got my like full set. Okay, and then what else? Intimacy, this is a book that I read for book club and hated. Brave New World, another book club book that I didn't finish and didn't particularly get into. Stardust by Neil Gaiman for obvious reasons. Oh, I don't want to get rid of this one. You go there. That must have fallen off the pile. This is Everyone's Invited. This is like essays, I think, on sexual violence, women's rights. I received it ages ago and I don't particularly fancy it, even though clearly important. There's The Subtle Knife. Vagina by Naomi Wolf. We read this for Banging Book Club years ago, but if you know anything about Naomi Wolf, she is like a liberal feminist turned alt-right, definitely not a feminist anymore, and you should read Doppelganger by Naomi Klein if you want to get a sense of whatever the fuck Naomi Wolf is up to these days, but no, thank you. The Good Enough Parent by The School of Life. Didn't really vibe with the philosophizing about parenting. The Psychology of Money. They reached out to me about doing a TikTok brand deal with them. I got it and I was like, and so said no. And then, Trinny and Susanna, What Not to Wear. I don't need to keep this. I made the video about it. We don't need to hold on to that. I think there might be some others in here that I want to get rid of, but honestly, like, I was so stressed about keeping the piles upright that I wasn't really thinking about clearing them out. One of the other things that really stressed me out about organising by colour in this way is splitting up series. Devastating. So I'm going to see what it looks like on the shelves, but I'm already predicting that this is not the one for me. It made sense in my studio because that was all basically non-fiction books, so they're less likely to be in a series, whereas this is a mix of fiction and non-fiction. So, yeah. Richard of York gave Battle in Vain. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, purple. And then black, white, what other categories have I got? Pink, brown, multicoloured. I think these two could get away with being in purple. Right, let's go. May need to figure out a bookend situation. Whoo! You can't see a single fucking thing that I just did, can you? Oh no, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. That's a bit better. You can sort of see what the fuck I'm doing. Yellow. This is maybe our smallest pile. Why are there so few yellow book spines? So many different shades of green. 3 massive blue piles. Whew. Question is, can we get all of the blue books all the way along here right to the end? That would be good. We don't want to break it up, ideally. So many different kinds of blue. Plenty of room for all those blue books, and I think we can fit purple on the end there too. So we'll go purple, and then it'll be pink, black and white, or white and black on the bottom shelf. There's not many purple books. I have to say, it does look fucking cool. Do I know where any of my books are? No, not a chance. Right, pink! The pink books fit perfectly between 2 brackets. Well, not perfectly, but well enough. Okay, so I ended the pink. I went from bright pink to a lighter pink. So I think that means we need to continue with white. And there's a lot of books that are like white, and then some that are more creamy. No, we don't want that book anymore. I'm gonna find the creamy ones first. Now, finally, black. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Right, let's take stock of the situation. Obviously, I think this looks really cool, but it's not practical. But in terms of actual shelf space and the number of books that I have, like there's a big gap in that corner there, and then there's some space on the end here, and then some of the books are like lying flat, but it's not much extra space. I need to crack on because the day is ticking on and I have a deadline of when I need to pick up my child from childcare. And in theory, I've got 3, maybe 4 other ways that I want to rearrange this bookshelf. So we're gonna try again in colour, but a different way. Is there even any point in doing that when I know that I'm not gonna do colour, but I wanna see what it looks like. We're doing it, we're gonna be speedy. Can you see the vision? I don't know if this is gonna work, especially in terms of that corner situation. I just realized I totally forgot to like film a close-up of the colourful bookshelves as they were. It's fine, I'm fine. I'm not completely sweaty and deranged. Woo! Yeah, that also looks cool. Obviously, I missed these bad boys, multicolored spines. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. But yeah, the corner is a bit tricky with the orange and the yellow, but actually you can better see now how much space I've got left for more books. But I do think this looks very cool as well. I'm so sweaty. But we're gonna redo it all because I don't want to keep it like this. Right, what else did I say? Genre. I have a sneaky feeling that I'm gonna want to keep it in genre form. So I'm gonna cheat by saving that to last, just hoping that I'm right, and so I don't have to rearrange them again. So what do we wanna do next? Do we wanna do Read to be Read or Alphabetical by author? Both of those sound really unpleasant to sort, if I'm honest. It's just all of the getting up and down on the chair. I'm only little. I'm only little. Right, let's get some more water. Okay, I've shimmied things along, only ever so slightly. I thought that would make more of a difference. And I found The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Atwood, A. So we're gonna start there and see how we get on. Do I know the names and the surnames of all of these authors? No, I don't. So I'm gonna have to like literally be like boop, 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 boop. And I'm just gonna start with identifying, I think A, B, C, D. And maybe if I see a X, Y, Z as well, I'll be like, and that would include all of my books. Right, Atwood, Braithwaite, a W, Simon Clark. Where are we putting our W, X, Y, Zs? Just shove them over here. Right, who have we got here? Oh my days. Oh my days. Right, it's an absolute mess up there. It is so impossible to like squeeze a book in when you're like, oh, I found another one. So I need a different strategy. I've got a pile of W's, including my books. These are the same author, F. We need to strategize. So we've got some Philip Pullman here. These are all the same author. And then there's more Philip Pullman up there. There's a lot of G's and M's. I've been seeing a lot of G's and M's. So maybe I start to collect those. Here, these are some G's. S. I should probably put these in order, but that's not happened. T. No, that's not P. This is at P. P pile. S. I. P. H. H. G. Okay. K. T. Right, this feels more doable. So I think now I'm gonna just try and find all the A's. Oh my God. Okay. Up, once again, where you cannot see, I have done A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Like I need someone here to just give me a round of applause. All right, let's do F and G, because I have a feeling G is going to be a big one. So I've already got the beginnings of some F and G piles here. This is my G. F. Nope, those are R. These are F. Is F. Scott Fitzgerald, is his surname Scott or is his surname Fitzgerald? I'm gonna go with Fitzgerald. Oh, bollocks. This is a proof copy, so it didn't have the author's name on the spine, but it's a C, God damn it. It's a C. A C-O, C. Found another B. Fuck this. Oh no. And I'd separated all of these because they were the same author, but the author's name begins with a B. Right, so we've got the other B that I found. Oh wait, no, not, I found a D. Oh yeah, I found a D and a B. Wow, I would be a great librarian. Oh, right. Right, we're doing I, J, K, and L. Right, let's do the monster that is M. Elemento P. Okay, right, A to M on the top shelf. S, T. This is really like good practice for my alphabet. Right, these ones are all T's. Tolkien. Tolkien, 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 Tolkien is a T which goes there. Bump, bump, any other T's? Oh, there's nothing else on the shelf. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, T, U, V. There's some V's. Oh wait, no, shit, this is an M. Their first name begins with a V. This is a V. M's, oh no. Of course we would miss one. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's just put all of Melanie's books like this. Oh no, as a bookend. T, U, V, W. That's my category. I'm a W-I. What else have we got? These are all the other W's I found. W might be the last one. I was always the last in the register in school. It is my forever curse. Right, all of my books, let's do those first. And then we will work around them. So I'm a W-I. This person is also a W-I-L. I'm a W-I-T. So, ooh, Alice Walker, you go near the beginning. This person's a W-I-E, goes ahead. Oh, a V, another V. It's fine, because it goes here. W-E, W-E-S, W-Y, W-H. There we go, and then W, and then the two on the end that I don't know the author of. My God. I mean, it looks fine. The problem with this is that I don't know all of the author's surnames that I have on my shelves. And we've got an hour. I have an hour left, and I'm going to organize by genre, and I'm gonna hope that this is the fucking one. I've opened the window and I've got the fan on, so I'm feeling much more temperature controlled now. But thank God I gave myself a whole day for this. Right, I think in order to do genre, I need to take them off the shelves. Again, we'll lower it down again because we're making piles. Back on the bed. Okay, this is going to be the problem because some of these books, I don't know if they're fiction or non-fiction, and some of the authors that I have written fiction and non-fiction. Okay, I've got less than an hour to get all of these back up on my shelf and wrap up. So, the system. Up here we've got memoir, Lord of the Rings is here, which is fantasy, and here's a big pile of fantasy. Harry Potter's also fantasy. These are my books. They can have their own section. Then we've got sci-fi, kind of a mixture of magical realism and like dystopian fiction. I know those two categories are very different, but we'll figure it out. Contemporary fiction, not all of these are classics, but it's fiction, but not contemporary. Self-help, YA, erotica, activity, puzzle-y, arty books. Oh wait, what are these? We missed these. These are contemporary fiction. These are contemporary fiction. Self-help, books about parenting, motherhood. General non-fiction, I need to kind of work on that pile. And then again, these are all of my workbooks from another era, but we've got like sexual history, we've got like sex ed stuff, feminism, politics, race politics, relationships, LGBTQ plus stuff, and then these are kind of like feminism but also mental health, but they're in a series, so I want to put them together. There we go. Now I just need to figure out what the positions of everything is. I think I want to start with what do I want in the corners. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm also thinking that I'm going to put things on the lower shelf that are things that I'm more likely to want access to, which means higher shelf is going to be things like YA, Harry Potter, maybe a lot of the sex ed stuff. Yeah, so maybe we do kind of like YA and then a lot of sex ed. I don't know, because I definitely think that I want my like adult fiction to be going along the bottom. Okay, that's decided. Okay, that's good. That's a good place to start. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. We can see. Right, oh God. We need something on the end at the top. Yes, here we go. Perfect. We need something at the end on the top that can act as a bookend. Heart stopper. Perfect. Gorgeous. Look at those books. Right, okay, so this means that we're in YA territory, so let's go with our pile, and shall we do this by author? Obviously we've got Alice Oseman there, but we'll mess up the thingy for are most of these already in alphabetical? No, they're not quite. We can do it. I'm a pro. Get me a job at a library. Okay, and those can stay up there until Rowan's old enough. Right. These Philip Pullman ones are also YA. Is Terry Pratchett YA? Whatever. We're going to put up the Sally Lockhart series and His Dark Materials, and then also some Terry Pratchett. Now we're getting into fantasy YA or middle grade or whatever. Then I think, wait, let's end. Oh no. Wait, the Tin Princess is the final book in this series, I swear it is. We're going to put this as the book end. Okay, and then is this where we put JK in the naughty corner. Okay, here's a Deadly Education YA on the cusp. We're sticking it in general fantasy for now, mostly because I want to put it on the bottom shelf. Okay, then my non-fiction books are also young adult. So, don't really want to put them next to Harry Potter, if I'm honest. But maybe we do it just to break that up with some of my sex ed non-fiction. I'll take one for the team. And then maybe, I don't currently have anything that can be used as like shelf decor, but if I did, we'd have something here. We'd break it up. Okay, next. Let's have a bit of general non-fiction needs to go up there, because there's a lot of books in that category that I'm like, don't need to reach them immediately. So let's move these along. They're not going here, they're just out of the way. But we've got Meditations and Epictetus, a bit of Stoic philosophy. It is a real random mix, the stuff in here. Maybe that could go in that pile. Oh God. We've got some essays. We've got some things about women in sport. We've got history, stuff that my tutor at university has written, a book about gardening that's from the British Book Awards. We've got a book about climate stuff, health, the internet. Like there's so much stuff in here. Maybe we just do it by author. I'm converted. I just want things to be alphabetical. Right, then I'll put the two Stoic philosophers together because that makes sense. Right, B, C, Q, W, that's an L. What books have I got here? Okay, just a bit of stoicism in between Harry Potter and the rest of the shop. Then I think actually all of my books I'm gonna put like, come on. Or maybe they go over there. This is memoir. Let's do this one next. C, D, E, H, Q, R, S. Do my M's. Swiggin and Murphy. Okay. Oh, if these can stay up, do we just put gaps in between everything? I don't know how safe. Marcus Aurelius is up there. Right. Boop, boop, boop. Right, let's carry on with general non-fiction. We've got some random books. The random section, there's some of it. There's The Very Hungover Caterpillar. No, no, that's not parenting specific. But is it? Because it's I'm going to put it in parenting. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Puzzle books. Can they stay like that? This bookshelf's going to look weird. Maybe I do need everything to be like, you know? I think it's going to look weird with gap. I'm fine. Okay. Self-help. Let's put these guys in alphabetical order. I've never done it like this before. I just have a category and I don't bother putting my authors in alphabetical order, but now I'm a changed woman. Oh, Lena will be happy about that. Her book is next to Sarah Knight's book. She got lucky there with the surname. Right, so then I think motherhood, parenting stuff. Oh God. H-I-J, L-M-N-O-P. That's a double L. That goes in there. Okay. Little books. Little tiny books. Right, I'm going to pop these two in and then we're going to move into feminism because being a mother has radicalized me even further. Right, I think I just alphabetize this as well. Right, Beth Ashley, thank you. Laura Bates, A, B. What are these ones? O and R, R, C, Q, R, C. This one is probably more that. E, G, 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 L, M, N, O, Q, T. Brilliant. I think, or maybe we just put Scarlett Curtis in here. Woo, okay, we're getting somewhere. No. Okay, next. I'm fine. How much space do we have? We've got a good amount of space. I don't want to split up sex and relationships. So from feminism, I think we can go into queer politics and race politics. Oh my God, I'm so warm again. Okay. Oh my God, doing authors alphabetized but in each category is making my life so much easier. I've never done it like this before. Obviously I've like put the same author together, but then I've never like bothered alphabetizing around the author. Anyway, oh my God. A, D, G, B, S, S, another D, E, K. Okay, I don't think I've got room. Would have liked to put sexual history up here, but I don't think there's room. But I've not put poetry anywhere. So I think I'm gonna create a little, tiny little poetry section here as my bookend. And then, I mean, do we put erotica close to the bed? Thinking practically here. So does this mean that actually we go fiction and then non-fiction like that in the same way that we've done it on top where it's gone fiction and then non-fiction? Yes. So let's start with fiction. Lord of the Rings. Boom. Actually, no, we might need to use that as a separator. No, we don't. It's fine. Lord of the Rings. So that means we're going fantasy. Wait, no. Tolkien's a T. I'm fine. Right. Elemento. Right, yeah. Tolkien, you've got to go after Sanderson. I really don't have many physical fantasy books because I just listen to them all. So I don't have any physical ones. Right, but now we're going sci-fi. Oh no, what was that? Okay, it's fine, it's just some erotica. I think these are all sci-fi. Again, most of the sci-fi I read, I listen to. Then let's split up dystopian and magical realism because that makes sense. Some of these magical realism books are too happy and the dystopian ones less so. So we've got The Power, Handmaid's Tale, and then we've got 1984 in Animal Farm. Boom. And then a bit of Magique. Mona Arwood. Elemento. Elemento P. No, it's not going to fit. I don't want to split up the category. Are we going to have to? No. Maybe we're going to have to split up Melanie's books. That's fine. I don't care. Right, then, because I've arbitrarily split up contemporary fiction and any other kind of fiction, I'm just going to do all of these books by author name, alphabetized. I'm just going to do that. Yes. James Baldwin. Right, that's another B. That's an S. That's a C. That's another S. T, U, G, J, W, K, H, I, J, K, L, L, L. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. O goes L, M, N, O. Not O. This is a big category. Just general fiction. S, H, D, A. This one's another D. This one's an F, E, F, G, J, K. Literally Jackie K. Nope, wrong way around. It's fine. I know. Right, let's go. Ooh, perfect. Now we're going to start the rest of our non-fiction here. Is it going to fit? Might have to. Oh no. Oh, I hope it fits. Okay, let's go historical first. This one has no author. Right. Do I actually combine these two categories? Because I've got authors, mainly Karen Gurney and Emily Nagoski, and Ruby Rare, who have actually like written across both of these categories, like sex and relationships. Can you even like split up sex and relationships? So let's do it all alphabetical and hope that it fits. Oh, I'm nervous it's not going to fit. I'll be honest with you, after all that, I'm not like completely satisfied with how it looks, but I do feel confident that I'd be able to find a book that I'm looking for. For instance, our next book for the Patreon book club is Pink Pilled by Lois Sharing, which is about women in the far right. So this is a feminist book, Lois Sharing. So my feminism section is up here somewhere. There we go. Boom! I found it. So there we go. Obviously the last time I had bookshelves, it was like the Billy bookcases and they were like separate compartments. So there's something quite satisfying about being like, this whole section is this kind of book. Whereas obviously with these kinds of shelves, they all just like flow into each other a bit more. So it might just take some getting used to. But overall, I do really love it and love having all of my books finally back out on display again. I've got two questions for you. One, how do you organise your bookshelves? And two, are you a collector of books or do your books kind of like come in and out of your home? Because I flip-flop constantly and then I will go to, oh, it doesn't matter, I don't need to own all these books, and then I'll get rid of loads of books. And then like a few years later, I'll be like, why did I get rid of my copies of The Hunger Games? And then also, some of my favourite books are fantasy books, but I listen to them, but I kind of want to also own the physical copies of them. Will I ever actually read them? Probably not, but there's something about having a book trophy on a shelf that seems very pleasing to me. But I also am aware that, like, why, Hannah? Why? It's just a status symbol. But is it okay? I don't know. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of that in the comments because, yeah, I would just love to have, like, Becky Chambers up here or, like, Goldilocks and, like, other, like, fantasy sci-fi books that I've read and loved. And also romances as well. I would say, like, contemporary romance and sci-fi and fantasy are my biggest genres that I read. It's just this. So I don't know. But thank you for watching this video that took me, I think, like 6 hours to film, if I'm honest. Sorry, Bethan, for the amount of footage, but I actually reckon this will turn out to be quite a short video because it will mostly just be montages of me organising books. I hope you're doing well. I've got 15 minutes to pack down all of my filming equipment and get out of the house to go pick up my child. So can't believe that in terms of excellent timing. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video. And if you have any other bookish video, reading challenge recommendations of things that you would like to see me make, then let me know. let me know. I think the next bookish video, or the one that I'm currently working on, is a reading vlog of the judging for the British Book Awards. So reading all of the books and the whole like behind the scenes process of that. So that'll be out after the awards and the winners are announced sometime in May. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that one. Okay, bye!